Immortal and Martial Dual Cultivation. Chapter 8. Cave of the Predecessor. Cousin Xiao Chen, don't move. It's me. Xiao Julan stood at Xiao Chen's side as she said in a soft voice. After figuring out who it was, Xiao Chen released his breath and dissipated the flames on his finger. Cousin Yulan discovered them too? He asked while leaning on the tree. She nodded her head, looking at a group of people in front, frowning. Cousin, do you know who they are? I am not very sure, but I know that those in brown attire are people of the Zhang clan. Xiao Yulan withdrew her gaze and proceeded to scan Xiao Chen's body. She found it strange and decided to inquire. Cousin Xiao Chen, are you alright? You seem to be hurt. Within just a day, Xiao Chen's figure had shriveled up, appearing incredibly weak. However, he had no overt wounds on his body, which was very strange. Xiao Chen smiled bitterly. It's a long story. In the forest in front, where the person in blue was located. Elder Zhang, where is the cave of the predecessor you mentioned? Where have we been walking for all this time? I am running out of patience. The voice of the person in blue carried a trace of anger as he spoke impatiently. The person addressed as Elder Zhang appeared to be more than 50 years old. His cultivation had already reached the peak of Martial Grandmaster long ago. He was the clan head of the Zhang clan. At this moment, when he faced the person in blue, he did not dare to slight him at all. Instead, he replied respectfully, Senior, don't worry. That cave was accidentally discovered by one of my clan members. We should arrive there in another 15 minutes. The person in blue just coldly snorted, then led the way. The cave of a predecessor. It was likely that strong martial techniques and cultivation methods were stored there. There were often such legends of some coincidental discovery of a predecessor's cave that eventually led to great cultivation gains for the individual who lucked out. Seven Horn Mountains actually had one of these caves or some predecessor. So, Cousin has already condensed his martial spirit. Congratulations. Xiao Chen kept quiet about the Azure Dragon martial spirit, only explaining that he was in this state due to condensing his martial spirit. It seemed this Xiao Yulan also knew of his reputation as trash. Thus, she did not question him further. Should we follow them? Seeing that the group of people had already gone far away, Xiao Chen sought Xiao Yulan's opinion. We follow. Xiao Yulan leapt down from the tree and gently landed on her feet. Afterwards, her figure flew forward by some 10-odd meters, as though she was a green fairy. Within a few breaths of time, she already moved more than 100 meters away. What a fast speed, Xiao Chen quietly murmured. He leapt down from the tree and used all his strength to keep up. Xiao Yulan evidently did not wish for Xiao Chen to participate in this, so she dashed ahead at great speed with every intent to leave him behind. However, Xiao Yulan was afraid of drawing the attention of the person in blue. Thus, she did not use her essence. Although she moved fast, it was only due to the strength of her body. With that alone, it would be difficult to leave behind Xiao Chen. 10 minutes later, Xiao Yulan was flabbergasted at the sound of Xiao Chen rushing over. Although she did not use any essence, she was already at the media-grade martial master realm. The strength of her body should be vastly stronger than that of a person who just condensed his martial spirit, which meant that leaving Xiao Chen behind in the dust should be something very easy to accomplish. Xiao Chen met Xiao Yulan's gaze and craftily spoke. Cousin is really fast. I nearly could not catch up with you. Xiao Yulan understood what he meant by these words, replying with a solemn expression. The cultivation of that person in blue has reached Marshal Saint. It is best for cousin to not enter these troubled waters. There is no difference between a martial disciple and a martial master before a martial saint. Both would die in one blow, Xiao Chen stated without backing down. Xiao Yulan's expression changed slightly. A slight amount of anger now appeared in her tone. I frequently cultivate on Seven Horn Mountains, so I am very familiar with every tree and every blade of grass here. Even if I were no match for him, it would not be difficult for me to escape. Cousin, but you... Hush! They're about to go in, cousin. Take a look. Xiao Chen interrupted Xiao Yulan's words and pointed to a direction. Xiao Yulan turned her head to take a look. There was a cliff in front. That person in blue just laughed coldly and threw out a fist on its stone walls. Cracks extended out from where that person punched the wall, spreading out in all directions. And the cracks kept getting larger and larger, with rocks continuously falling off the cliff. When all the rocks finished falling, it revealed a hidden stone door. With a loud rumble, the door opened automatically. Elder Zhang flattered the person in blue and left behind someone to guard the entrance before entering with the person in blue. Let's go! When Xiao Chen finished saying that, he did not bother himself with Xiao Yulan and led the way forward. The Zhang clan disciple stationed outside was only a media-grade martial disciple. Xiao Chen hid himself in a place about 100 meters from the stone door, confirming that the person in blue had moved far away. Xiao Chen used his consciousness to control the essence to move towards the meridians in his leg, to which the azure dragon within his body opened its eyes once again. Only this time, the expression in his eyes were not clear and pure like earlier. Instead, it was now filled with a baleful look. It was as though it felt Xiao Chen's intentions. The 3 white clouds floated around gently, and 2 streams of even purer essence spat out from his mouth, heading towards the meridians in Xiao Chen's legs. After the 2 streams of essence trickled into Xiao Chen's legs, he could feel strength brimming within them, as though they were able to flatten the solid 7 Horn Mountain in one storm. Chew! There was a loud shout, and Xiao Chen's right foot ferociously pushed off from the ground, leaving behind a 2 feet deep footprint. His body left the ground and covered the distance of 100 meters in an instant. The purple thunder through fire burned in his palm. The Zhang clan disciple guarding the entrance only heard a loud shout before a purple flame already hit his chest. Before he had time to shout, his entire chest was already burned up. A black hole occupied the middle of his chest, only for its size to rapidly expand shortly after. Within moments, this martial disciple had been turned into a pile of ashes. What a domineering flame! Looking at the Zhang clan disciple, Xiao Yuan sighed. Is this your martial spirit? Xiao Chen did not deny and smiled. Cousin, do you now believe that I have the ability to protect myself? Xiao Yulan bent over and dipped her fingers in the ashes. After she examined it, she shook her head and proceeded to explain. This flame is indeed domineering, but it is not as powerful as you think. If this martial disciple was not suddenly ambushed and could not defend himself in time, he would be able to defend against these flames as long as he released his essence. Xiao Chen, who was seen through, awkwardly smiled and avoided the topic. They should have already made it far away. If we follow them from a distance, given the large size of this cave, we might not even run into them.